Hi students, welcome back. It's glad to meet you after a short break. Today what I thought was let me introduce you people to the basics of texturing. Okay, all these days we were dealing with the fundamentals of modeling using your polygon tools, your NURBS tools, your splines, and all those kind of stuffs. Today I'm gonna start with the basics of texturing so that you can see, you can color your models and see how the kind output is coming out. Okay, so first I take a cube, make it bigger, keep it over my grid. So in order to apply a texture or a color, what you need to do is you need to go to an option called as rendering. Okay, so your things will change here, your menu bar will change. So for modeling you have different menus for the curve, surface, and all those kind of things, edit mesh and all. In a similar way, if you want to apply texture, you go to rendering. So you have a different set of tools. Okay. You also have the rendering menu here. So if you directly go to the rendering, you have multiple options where you can also create lights so that it will help you to create realistic environments, which I think you would have learned, you are learning in your lighting classes. So start with the basics of rendering or the texturing. So double click on it. This is my Lambert. Okay, so this is a material which is not having any amount of glossiness or shininess or any kind of physics. It doesn't have a large amount of reflection. Okay, so that is a property of this Lambert. Okay, so you have some other material. Can you see a Fong which is having a shiny kind of edge here? Double click on it. Hope you people would have this is like some kind of diffuse kind of Fong here. Again, this one is anisotropic, which is having high specular level. I think you would have learned what is specular. Okay, so this is my basic Lambert. This is the basic kind of color which doesn't have any kind of highlight. It's flat. Okay, you are applying a color which is not having any kind of highlights here. Okay, so this is my Lambert. I'm gonna go to the color. You can either change the color value here, pick colors from here and apply it so it works. Okay, or if you want to apply any kind of texture, you can go to the color menu here. You can apply lot of textures here. Either it can be a 2D texture or a 3D texture, a granite for example. Just press 6, you will see the output here. Okay, so this is the box, this is the translate, so this is the texture. So, or if you don't want any kind of color, the texture, what you can do here is just press always 6. It will enable the texture for display. So go to Lambert, change the color value. Your color gets reflected. Okay, it's so simple like as that. Okay, so I don't want to have a basic flat color. I would like to apply some kind of material here. So I'm going inside the color. So I have some file, I'll show you what it is. So when you go to the file, you have the image file, image name. So filter type, keep it off. So you can just click on the folder menu, which will help you to locate it. So I have a box here. Okay. So my intention is to give you an insight today as to how to create environments for games. Okay, so in order to play a game, we need a large amount of assets and properties to fill each level or the environment for the game as such. Okay, so creating models for the whole game as such will increase the file size largely. Okay, so with textures, what we can do here is we can minimize the amount of modeling. Okay, so we'll see it how it is done. For example, this is an image of one side of a box. Okay, so just press open. So my plan today here is I want that image. I'll just open the image and show you. Go to the desktop, going to my textures. Okay, so this is my image here. Okay, so I want to create a very old rusted kind of steel box, which is like covered totally wooden box, covered and enclosed by steel on all four sides. Okay, on all six sides, sorry. Okay, so that is my intention. But when I apply this texture, what happens here is this image is applied throughout the box. Okay, so which I don't want. I want that this image to be applied on all the sides of the box here. Okay, so that is my intention here. So I have six sides for my cube: one, two, three, four, five, and the bottom six sides. Okay, so in order to apply it, what you can do here is you go to your, where is it? Okay, rendering. Okay, go to the modeling, UV. You have an option called as UV editor. Okay, so go to the modeling tools, click on your object. So go to UV editor. So it will give you how your image is placed. Okay, this is an interactive editor which will help you to adjust your image to the mesh. Okay, for example, I'm just right click on it, just selecting the face. So what happens here is I'm clicking one face. So wherever I'm moving, my texture gets replicated exactly at the same place. Okay, so that's how it's done. So it's an interactive placement here. Okay, same way on the top side is my top. So I move it, everything moves accordingly. Okay, so it looks like an inverted T kind of shape. Okay, so based for which I need to create my texture. So what I will do here right now is I'll first try to scale and try to fit this and show you. Okay, so this will be, I can move, scale, do whatever I want. So what I will do here right now here is I'll scale this. Okay, this is not how we are going to do it, but I'm just showing it to you for your idea. Okay. Okay. So this is my top, this is my side. Okay, so see this now, just this one side. Okay, so it looks like I have created this model, I have textured it, and it is there. Okay, so if imagine you are modeling all these things as an object or directly in modeling, when you see the amount of detail that needs to be done. So this is your plane, you have multiple planes here, you have the grooves, you have the screws, all those kind of things, you have in between shadows that's applied. But now, and imagine how many number of vertex or the mesh that or the polygons that might be required in order to create it realistically with all these kind of models or the polygons. Okay, but here we just have only one polygon and we are able to create this one realistically. Okay, so this is the power of texturing. So, and it also changes with regard to whether it's gonna be a game or a film for what we are working on. Okay, so if this is gonna blow out, or when a character is moving here, if we are having gonna have any kind of interaction with this, then we need to model all these elements separately. Okay, but if this element is going to be situated very far away from us and it's just going to be visible on the screen where it doesn't have any kind of interaction, then it's better to apply texture, okay, than modeling all those kind of details, which will increase your file size and which will also uh, make your gameplay very slow. Okay, so you need, as a content creator, it's necessary that you need to understand. So what are the models that needs to be really created and which can be compromised with regard to texturing. So again, I'm gonna go to my UV editor. So I'm gonna undo it. Okay, so whatever I showed you is for your reference. Okay, so it's an inverted T. Can you see here? So what I'm going to do right now here is I'm going to create inverted T kind of shaped. It's like 4 by 3. Okay, 4 by 3 shaped uh, texturing kind of plane in Photoshop. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll start opening my Photoshop. It's taking some time. Please wait. So, sorry. So, when you're creating any kind of texture, see to it your images, whatever you're creating, is of a very high resolution. Okay, that's very, very important. So, if it's of lesser resolution, there are chances that the quality of the output will also be lesser. Okay, so see to it it's of higher resolution. So, first I'll open the file, it's in my desktop. So, it's there in my texture folder. So open my texture. So now I can drag and drop it. Can you see how big my texture file is? Okay, it's really huge. So what I will do, I'll create a new document. I need an A3 paper. It's not A4, it's gonna be A3. So the size is really huge. So now what I will do, I'll drag and drop this here. So this works fine. Okay, yeah, works. So now I don't want the background, the bottommost one, unnecessary details. Yeah, this is taken. So now what I will do, I'll place this at the bottom, document center. Yeah. So I need two copies to the, one copy to the left, one copy to the right. Okay. So Alt Shift, two, three, one more, right? Four. So four things done. One thing to the side and one more thing to this side. This is how I need to create. So image canvas size, so I can increase it. Width would be something around 35. Height would be something around 50. Let's see. Okay. So what I can do, go to the layers, window, where's my layer? Yeah, I'll move it up, place it at the exact same place, bring all these things down. Okay, still not perfect. So image canvas size, so this would be 37 by 52. Okay, 37 is 52 is fine. 37 still needs work. So 40. Okay, yeah, perfect. So this is how it's been seated in Maya, 4 by 3. Same way, 4 by 3. Yeah, that's good, guys. So what I will do, go to File, Save As on your computer. So desktop, I have my texture file. Okay, so see to it, it's in PNG. Okay, because you want, or JPEG, no issues. JPEG is also fine. We can scale and work with it. So this will be like box underscore texture. Okay, save. So quality is high. Just save it. Fine. So let this wait. So any changes I can again come back to Photoshop. Okay. So now what I will do, I will go to the Lambert, the color. So this is the image I have loaded. So what I will do, I'll try to reload with box texture. Just press open. So now again, Maya is playing with me. So what I will do, I'll go to my object mode. So select this object, UV editor. This is my UV editor. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So now I got my UV editor. Maya is. Can you see how perfectly my mesh has got fixed into it? I can select the vertex, all the vertex. Just press W. It's like you are adjusting everything. Okay, same way. It's gonna be fun. Okay, the more the proper the way we do it, it's gonna be very easy. Else, it's gonna be very hard. Okay, so this region needs work. It needs to go here, and this region needs to go this way. Yeah, and the bottommost region needs to come up. Places at the top needs to come down. Okay. So I'm trying to fix all the kind of regions here so that my texture is seated inside. Okay, so can you see the problem here is with this vertex, it's stretching everywhere. So just because my background is white, I'm not able to do it. That's the reason I told you. So don't have background as white. So what we'll do is we'll delete it. So I'll save this as okay PNG. Okay. So go to the color, load. Okay. So now you can see I've created the texture, applied it, and it's been placed perfectly onto the box. So now I'll minimize this. I'll move here and there and show you. So my box is ready. Okay. So what I would like you to do today for our class is try to create or these kind of boxes. Okay. And try to create an environment by applying textures. So only cubes, not any kind of cylinders. For cylinder, we'll have a separate kind of modeling class, sorry, texturing class. So cylindrical mapping we will see in next class. Okay. So I want you to create so some 10 boxes like this and apply textures, and see to it you create a small kind of hut and keep these kind of boxes arranged inside so that it looks like a place is filled with some 10 boxes. Okay, so it can be like just show you. So I'll go to my object mode, so I'll just duplicate it so where this can be smaller. Okay, so like this, but I don't want you to use the same kind of texture. That's what I mean. Okay, so what I want you to do is create an environment which looks like a lot of elements are being placed somewhere. Okay, in a stable or some kind of places like this. Okay, so polygons. Okay, face delete. So I want you to do it like this. It should look like a building or something, or a hut which is tall. So where you have lot of objects being placed crisscrossed. Okay, like a hut or something. Okay, so keep multiple objects, apply different kind of textures, so create a scene so that it looks like a lot of small objects are being placed. Okay. Okay, so try working like this and submit the files to your class monitors. So we'll start off with your cylindrical mapping in next class. Have a great day, guys. I'll also share you the texture files for this. If you have any doubts, you can also refer these, and we will. Any doubts, do let me know. Thank you. Have a great day.